another world, I learned that a forgotten riftstone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master? Shall we report this development to Captain Bront?
That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
Oh dear, what am I to do?
What is it like?
Well met, sir.
No shame in letting down your hair now and then.
Places such as this nourish the
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
What's to be done about this?
Lots to do, and precious little time.
Not a care in the...
This might be worth a read. Shall we? We have reached our destination.
I'm in fine fettle today.
Times are hard. I'm barely scraping by.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander?
Yeah, tight.
I've got fine wares in town.
Now, where was I headed?
Not a care in the world. Just as it should be. Life's best taken at a leisurely pace.
Been a while.
Welcome.
Good story.
Let's be ready to give the signal.
Places such as this
What body's not
nourish the
forgiven me for
spirit.
last night's scuffle?
Well met, sir.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace, discussing a curious rumor.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean? Indeed. Some suppose there is...
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak?
Not sure what they expect. I'm no call, come on. Welcome.
That's quite enough.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. You've done a fine job culling the number of those who, should you continue, and ere it slips.
We have... accomplish what we set out to do. That is laudable in and of itself. Indeed. You've called more...
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's... Since Magistrate Wardor mayhap to be proved... Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent? I thank you. There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your majesty's... I bear word from a minister from the pains he took. That alone is the regent kin. He bids you to use this opportunity. I shall ensure that the daughter... There is much we ought to tend to for some time now, and so... The false sovereigns but may up approach... What say you, your majesty? My thanks. Some of the sentries, once your infiltration... Here. Take care. Masquerades being as much is made of appearances...
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ah, excellent.
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered... You may now change if you would prefer to register a sorcerer. Greeting. Here we conduct all manner of procedure. Always a pleasure.
Delights might there be to find in town today?
Well met, sir.
Greeting. Here we conduct all manner of procedures. Pertaining to vocations. It is always a pleasure.
The room's at your leisure.
Fancy a look at my wares? Welcome to... And quality's what you need if you want to... Survive. Many thanks. I appreciate...
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Good evening, sir. I trust...
you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour. Much obliged. Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the... Much obliged.
'Twould seem we've a need to visit the palace.
Let us make for the palace, that she might investigate Minister. To Allard's chambers.
I dare not enter the palace, but I would fain escort you to the castle entrance.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
If that is your destination, you follow me.
I'll crush you if you keep that up.
I want to die!
Presume to confine. There's ought to be said for peace.
I fancy a kill, but not at the expense of my duty.
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere.
Business could be so pressing that...
I would not, however...
Oh, perhaps... Oh, as if any... Now. What are you doing in here? I don't recognize you. Guards, seize the intruder.
If you want to leave, show us your...
That's enough out of you.
What is it? I'm rather busy. The best quality a soldier can have is loyalty.
would that all my days were so tranquil.
My apologies for the wait. We grew further apart than I'd anticipated.
I'd sooner stay out of battle where it's possible.
Couldn't hurt you, I suppose.
This job better be worth it. It's too bloody early.
The masquerade is already underway, sir. 'Twill be a long one.
Our first sovereign in decades.
Have you heard? There's been more restrictions on goods traded with Matar.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour what you like.
In here.
Open up!
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty. Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check, lest you forget these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, I mean I. As you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phaesus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here? I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. As you can see, I run an establishment that caters to certain pleasures. You're welcome to come and play anytime.
Tis our duty to see this peace protected.
We shall remain here.
Days like this make me proud of these guys.
You are not permitted to be here. Move along. Surely.
Indeed.
I shall suffer none to disturb this
Well, well. We meet again. Is this stealthy business becoming a habit of yours?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, it is you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate. Something tells me this shan't be...
Such quietude is a blessing. Tis our duty to see this peace protected. Tis our duty to see this peace protected.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim. I know this sigil well. Let me see. Pray make haste in Omega Clue. Though the political situation is, I fear such a part. At any rate, I will investigate these matters only once we have gleaned, and ere it slips my mind.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phasus fellow.
You will, of course. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen. Well, he is merely, even were he to be, but if there's aught that he seems a man of pray.
Queen Regent Disa.
There is much we ought to tend. Aught shall change. If your majesty has any unfinished. Your majesty, that attire. I apologize for my brother. Is there aught else you would speak of? Do not forget that we work to serve. There is much we ought to tend to. Aught shall change. If your majesty has any unfinished. Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your majesty would do well to get a good night's rest.
Master! Pray leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me. There is a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power has arisen. According to Regent King Sven, I imagine the chance 'tis a tool that grants power. Alas, I pray, allow me time to...
Never could I have imagined such an... outcome. What manner of artifact is this God's way?
Hail, friend! I've an eye for people. I'm in a bit of a quandary. Fear not. I'd be much... Sound appealing?
Is your pack slowing you down, Master? Pray.
You've come. So, what say you? Many thanks, friend.
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can.
I quite agree.
Arisen? I should have expected you may yet linger here. Where ought we to go now? You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of... Farewell, Arisen.
good sleep will ensue. I return safe and sound, and I dare say, wiser for my travels.
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
I've a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment. I found some materials we could use to enhance our equipment. Shall we report this development to Captain Brandt?
Why are you there? Who's the one request I didn't ask?
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
Interested in my way? Best buy what you need, lest... Many thanks.
Arisen? I should have expected you may yet linger. I'll carefully conserve my strength.
Should you need to communicate in El...
A well-organized pack is my special.
My talents lie in combining materials.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
I see not even the Arisen could resist my charm.
You can count on me to fly to your aid.
A grand adventure awaits us. I just...
It is a pleasure to meet you.
I felt certain I would find you here, Arisen, and it seems I was right.
They say thieves strike swift as the wind, and sudden as a thunderbolt. I shall endeavor not to... disappoint. If we share our strengths,
there is a rumor whispered among pawns that I have oft pondered. The gist of it is, when pawns travel beyond the rift, we can contract a peculiar illness that imperils the lives of those around us. At first, we are... only restless and excitable, but in time we become so unruly that even the Arisen holds no sway over us.
How terrible. We shall have to be alert for signs of the sickness among our number.
Well, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in... You know where to find.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
Well, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when...
We must rest, though the sun is...
The sun may have fallen, but the day is far from over.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
A new day, a new perspective.
This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far from here.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your regarding the matter of the god, the sigil upon that yet official deal with such hindrance, few may pass through, but with some coin. I was able to convince once it ought guaranteed. You shall have to act the part.
Shall we see how Har village fares of late, Master? Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Somehow my feet always carry me here.
What a
Keep things interesting.
Always another errand to see to.
But not at the expense of my duty.
I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
One more move.
Fine. Have the top.
Thing's yours to wield. I shan't let them harm you. Better than that.
Sleep magic.
Most impressive, Master.
We can ill afford to grow feet. A sharp incline is as like to throw us off balance as 'tis our enemies. I knew that I could count upon your strength, Arisen. Tis a glad thing you rested where you did. We must not let down our guard. Well done.
I am in your... Here you are. No.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. Skillful bit of thievery. You do your vocation proud. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Why are you doing this, Arisen?
Nothing left to fight here.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. Strike me if you can.
Putting that aside, ours is a party of women, by and large.
And yet, no two of us are the same.
A well-organized pack is my speciality. I'll see to it your burdens are shared between us pawns.
If we seek further knowledge of the Godsway, we ought to make for the Tal.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have stolen from me? There's no exaggeration, to be quite truthful, working under a man such as... Unless...
A wonder, indeed. Much appreciated.
Welcome. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. I shall have your order crafted in good time. A little patience is all. Many thanks to you.
The Jadeite orb is safely in hand.
Is this some man of
Sleep. Any my wares?
Have you come from Verdworth? The ancient battleground to the north is overrun with hordes of felled beasts, and so little are survivors anticipated that you'll find not even a checkpoint here. In times past, 'twas safe enough a night, when the monsters sleep, but no longer. Since a few days past, it could be that aught's befallen the cenotaph. Say, if I cannot dissuade you from traversing the ancient...
I'm unsure how best...
Thank you, Master. I only hope I did not disappoint. A common reward. Frustratingly so. We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Could it be aught's... If I cannot dissuade you from...
to make of this? Greeting. Tell me, in your comings, he seems to have vanished, and if I may be, 'tis an item of precious and in my hour of need, you will be rewarded. So, how goes it? Did you manage to retrieve the jadeite orb? Ah, before we discuss your reward, you see, in my follow my lead.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Good day. Now, I have a bit of business to attend to.
I've no time for you now.
Well met, son. How might I be of service? I'm in fine fettle today.
He ought to be finished by now. Come, let us go see. You have done your title proud, Arisen. This jadeite orb is indeed the genuine article. My partners shall be most relieved. You have certainly earned your... And I do hope you will permit...
Welcome. If you think me a liar, then... buy something. Hope to see you again.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Interested in my wares?
The Sovereign's retinue makes to fell the dragon.
We must rest.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
The Sovereign's retinue makes to fell the...
Shall we get some rest, then?
Go on, have a look.
How might I be of service?
Welcome, sir. If you think me a liar, then buy the item you requested. Here you are, sir. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. Many thanks to you. Oi, you there! I don't mean to pry.
Morris!
What?
I've just heard...
Oh, my poor boy.
Morris!
Do you truly... The soldiers won't concern it all. He's... Welcome. While you potter about in here... And don't speak to me. It's as I've already said. Sir, I beg of you. Your inaction spells...
I'm about ready to fall asleep on the...
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier. Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
Merchant, eh? Have you an entry permit? Hold a moment. That cart has priority.
Lord Phaesus is come! Open the gates!
So, you seek to enter Batal, I presume? I'll have to check your permit. Oi! This isn't yours!
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason. We ought to put it to good use.
Sir Murden, stop. He's not the friendliest of neighbours.
Off with you. A happy man?
Will that be all, then?
Pray, give me...
I'm just grateful.
Not much going on here about.
So, you seek to enter... Oi! This isn't...
That's not acting up today. Well, if you think me a liar, then... Buy something. Many thanks to you.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
An investment made for safer travels can hardly be called extravagant.
Go on through.
If our prayers
Very well.
I shan't let them harm you.
So, after breaking free of the chains of slavery that once bound you to this land, you return of your own volition. This is good. I am relieved to see that you are fulfilling your charge. Now, it would be advantageous for you and your home to visit. Methinks it is where you will find that which you seek.
I shall come at once, Arisen.
Arisen, I knew you loved this.
What to make of this?
Say, dunno. Sir Lissandro's...
Well, if they're not caught
No dawdling. The Arisen calls.
By your leave.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master.
I cannot fathom your intent.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I'm up to the challenge.
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment. Shan't allow any further harm to all creatures who know death cling to life. I want you to pursue and eliminate the stragglers. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.